I was hoping they would put me in jail. Kept telling them I had nowhere to go. I didn't have any money. They weren't going to let me out of Nova Scotia. There's nothing else here. They had Amy leave with the kids from the house for a few days to get some of my stuff. I was finished then. Nothing would work though. First night I took an entire box of NyQuil. I fell asleep. I woke up the next day. The only thing that was wrong was that my bladder and liver hurt. I was more upset that I was still alive though. I went and poured the bath. Filled it up. I knew better to plug something into the bathroom outlet. Surge protector stuff in it. So I ran an extension cord from an outlet outside the bathroom. Plugged in a pair of electric hair clippers that were fully electric. I sat in the bath and I threw it in. Again, didn't work. Just buzzed around on the bottom of the bathtub. I sat there for 10 minutes, waiting and waiting for the end. And it never happened. When I got out, there was a knock on the door. The police officer telling me that I had enough time and I had to leave. Still didn't know where it was going to go. I went to Halifax. Where he told me about a homeless shelter. But when I got to Halifax, I had enough money to stay at a hostel for a couple nights. So I did. I ran out of money. I refused to go to the homeless shelter. It was in the middle of winter and it was freezing cold. I just would keep walking around and around and around for 3 nights without sleeping. Before I couldn't weather it anymore, and I went in to the homeless shelter. People thought jail was bad. I should have stayed here at that homeless shelter. 80 men. Some patients from the mental hospital. Drunks. Drug addicts. Always afraid to say the wrong thing. First day, there was a pile of muffins put out. And I went to eat one. It was moldy. Turned out that everything that came in there was outdated for the most part. Stopped eating pretty much altogether. The longest while I didn't talk to anyone. Had no friends. About 6 weeks after staying there, I was ready to end it all again. I bought a bottle of Advil. I took 40 or 50 of them, swallowed them, laid down. All that happened, so I slept for 2-3 days. Woke up and my bladder and liver were hurting again. That was about it. A couple weeks after that, took a bottle of Tylenol. Again, it didn't kill me. Bought some rope from the dollar store. Tied it to a branch of a tree. Put my head in it. And I jumped. Fortunately for me, the branch the rope was tied to broke. So I resigned that that wasn't going to be the night. A couple nights after that, I took another bottle of Advil. Just got sick for a few days. I've been trying to tell this story since I've been at the homeless shelter. The more I got into it, the more it hurt. And the harder it got to finish. It kept pushing me to try and just end it and get it over with. But I'm happy I didn't. I'm happy I got my story out. I gotta finish it. The hardest part about being at the homeless shelter this whole time was that nobody checked to see if I was okay. Nobody wanted to know how I was. I had no one left in the world. No family. No friends. I'm alone. I accept that. I'm ready for it to be over. I pray for it to be over. Tired of living with the pain. Tired of living knowing that I'm a monster. A bad person. Tired of the fear. Of what I could become. I just want it to be over. I want the freedom and the peace that comes with death. I don't want to die because I'm going to jail. Because in life, that's where I belong. And after being here for this long, with nobody, this has been in prison, living alone, with no one or nothing. My fear with jail, prison, isn't going. It's coming out. Living the rest of my life, never seeing my children. I love them so much. Yet the two little girls that I hurt so badly deserve so much better. And I know that. It doesn't change how much I miss them. I know people may not believe it, but I love them, and I still do with all my heart. Never planned on anything like this to happen, or any of the things that happened to have happened. They just remind me of my kids. And how I'm not with them because of the choices I made. And knowing that I'm never going to see them again in my entire life. I can't live with that. I can't live that way. I can't live with the never knowing how they're doing, if they're happy. I can't live knowing I can never tell them that I love them. And I do know it's because of my choices. I understand that. It doesn't make it any easier. It makes it worse knowing that it's because of my actions and what I did. I lost one family when I was 16. I lost another when I was 25. If I live to be 50, I have to live as long as I already have. I can't live another 25 years of this. I can't live another 50 years of this. I can't live another year of this. I need to be free of it all. The world deserves to be free of me. And I deserve to finally have peace, to be free of everything that's haunted me, followed me. And I'll say it again, there is no excuse for what I did. There's no reason that I should have let it happen, but I did. But what I want to leave behind is something more than myself. The main reason I shared this story is because I'm tired of living in a world that is so blind to what is in front of them, in front of their face, blind to the fact that it's not just fathers that hurt children. It's not just little girls who are abused. Little boys can be hurt. And more needs to be done. So they actually feel that there's help for them. So they can feel it's okay for them to reach out for help, even though they're not a girl. That the world finally sees that more needs to be done so these guys, these little boys all over the world hurting, can finally step out. And tell their stories. I never got help. But maybe my story makes it so someone else can get help. Maybe people will see that such a vicious cycle of abuse. My mother was abused by her father. I was abused by my mother. And then I abused my stepdaughters. Though I'd never hurt them, I know that I damaged them. I did much worse than I thought I ever would do to anybody. I know that my heart is filled with love. That love wasn't strong enough to protect the world from me. So I need to be strong enough to protect the world from me. The world deserves it. Those girls deserve it. It needs to end. I need to end the cycle. Also, something needs to be done with the way Canada's children's aid works. It's ridiculous that all my mother had to do on multiple occasions was move. The first time when I was 5 years old, they'd taken me away. Whether we moved or not, they had followed us to make sure we were okay. Maybe my life would not have turned out like this. Again, that's not, it doesn't excuse anything. Everything in life, in some way, directs us to where we end up. And I'd like to think that if things were different for me as a child, that I could have been a better person. I just wish somebody would tell my children when they grow up that I really did love them. And that I miss the memories of playing Barbies, playing baseball or soccer. I miss reading stories at night to them. Tell them I loved when I used to look up at me with the sweet eyes. Tell me they loved me. If no one can tell them anything good about me, then don't tell them anything at all. I beg. If that's what comes of my death, they never know me. She'll be and I'll accept that.